We back again, gentlemen, with the chapter 261 spoilers of Jujutsu Kaisen. In the last chapter we saw some crazy events, like the fight of Tadu and Yuji against Sukuna, and in the last panel we saw a person who looked exactly like Gojo Satoru. And this video we gonna know if that person is Gojo Satoru or not, so bring some popcorn and subscribe to the channel, and let's enjoy this chaos. The chapters begin with Yuji deciding that he will destroy Sukuna completely. Given Yuji's current level, I believe he can make Sukuna struggle, but can he beat him? I don't think so. However, in the upcoming chapters, we will get answers to our questions. As soon as Sukuna chants domain expansion, he sees Gojo Satoru standing in disbelief. Sukuna wonders if it's really him but dismisses the thought as impossible. Understandably, Sukuna is skeptical because Gojo was cut in half like a Kit Kat in chapter 248. In the Jujutsu Kaisen universe, there are no Dragon Balls to bring people back. Once you're gone, you're gone. If there were a way to bring Gojo back, could they bring Nanami and Nobara back too? Let's not rush and wait to see what happens. Share your expectations about future events in the comments below. Sukuna suddenly realizes who it is and pushes Yuji away. Moving forward, he says, "I apologize for underestimating you. I didn't know you were capable of going that far, Yuta Okatsu." Sukuna addresses Gojo as Yuta. That's just his guess. There's still hope it's Gojo Satoru. TikTok has blown up with hype over his comeback. Please, author, don't let that hype be worthless. All that enthusiasm and eagerness shouldn't be wasted. After that, we get a flashback where Yuta decides to have Rika devour Kenjaku and copy his curse technique, CT, which would allow Yuta to change bodies. Maki objects to this plan, and Hikari says he has a condition. They will use this plan only when everyone's wiped out and they have no other options. Kusakabe suggests copying Limitless from Gojo's body, but Shoko explains, "You can't use Limitless without 6 eyes." Kusakabe then asks to copy 6 eyes, to which Shoko replies, "The 6 eyes are part of his physical body. It's not a CT, so he can't copy it." Shoko is just dropping facts. If there were a way to copy Gojo's Limitless, she would have mentioned it before they fought Sukuna. Maki asks since Yuta can use copied CTs for only 5 minutes, what would happen afterward? Yuta says he doesn't know. Mei then explains the pros and cons of Yuta copying Kenjaku's CT. There's a possibility that after switching bodies, Yuta might lose his CT and have to live in Gojo Satoru's body forever. Wow, living in Gojo Satoru's body forever? If Kenjaku's CT is constant or intermittent, the physical body or the soul can't be maintained, and he'll perish. If the CT operates intermittently, he won't immediately end but will eventually die. If the CT is a single-use technique, he can use Limitless even past 5 minutes. Mei said after the body's switching is completed, it's possible that Okatsu-kun's CT is discarded, and he'll live in Gojo-kun's body from now on. I think everything is clear with no need for further explanation. Gojo then says, "Yuta might have been born under better circumstances than me, so if Yuta can't utilize that advantage, he's totally lame." He adds, "Let's start with your sloppy cursed energy. I've always told you to be careful about that." Gojo asks his students to leave because he doesn't want them to see a bloody side of him, especially since he doesn't know if what he's about to do is right. Gojo once again tells his students to go back, but they refuse. Yuta tells Gojo not to become a monster by himself again. Gojo responds, "That's something I can't do. At that moment, I was left behind. I have to catch up again." The scene switches to Amai, Yuji's friend, explaining his CT. He can amplify the sugar within himself and output it in a useful way. Shoko places Amai on the medical team with Nita as support, using his CT to supply their brains with sugar. The scene then switches to Yuta being cut in half by Sukuna's slash and rushed to the medical ward. Arata uses his CT to prevent Yuta's wounds from worsening, but it might be too late. Yuta says he's conscious thanks to Rika, but he's reaching his limit. Shoko tells Yuta that she has already stitched up Gojo's corpse, so once Yuta switches, he must activate Reverse Curse Technique, RCT, at max capacity to complete the body. Back in the present, Sukuna and Yuta, in Gojo's body, both open their domains. The narrator says Gojo already showed the solution to Sukuna's open barrier domain. So, the person in the last panel of chapter 260 is really Gojo Satoru, but it's Yuta in Gojo's body. We finally see Gojo Satoru again. The chapter ends with Sukuna's malevolent shrine and Yuta using Gojo's unlimited void. The chapters of Jujutsu Kaisen dive into a complex tapestry of themes, character developments, and strategic intricacies, driving the narrative forward with suspense and anticipation. One of the central themes explored is the evolution of Yuji Itadori's character. His resolute decision to obliterate Sukuna marks a significant milestone in his development. This determination not only sets the stage for intense confrontations but also underscores Yuji's growth from a hesitant fighter to a determined protagonist. Mystery shrouds the narrative as Sukuna encounters Gojo Satoru, sparking disbelief and skepticism. Sukuna's initial reaction and subsequent misidentification of Gojo as Yuta Okatsu inject a palpable sense of suspense into the story. Readers are left questioning the true identities and abilities of the characters, heightening intrigue and anticipation. The flashback involving Yuta, Rika, and Kenjaku introduces a strategic complexity to the plot. Yuta's plan to devour Kenjaku and copy his curse technique, CT, raises moral dilemmas and tactical considerations. Objections from other characters, like Maki and Hikari, highlight the multifaceted nature of their decisions, adding depth to the narrative. Shoko's explanation regarding the impossibility of copying Gojo's limitless technique without his 6 eyes underscores the unique and irreplaceable nature of certain abilities in the Jujutsu Kaisen universe. This distinction accentuates the power dynamics and reinforces the idea that some abilities are beyond replication. Themes of sacrifice and responsibility resonate throughout the chapters, particularly in Gojo's remarks about Yuta's need to utilize his advantages. These themes lend emotional weight to the character's motivations and actions, enriching the narrative with layers of complexity. The physical toll on Yuta, evident from his injuries and the need for medical intervention, heightens the emotional and physical stakes of the story. The possibility of Yuta permanently inhabiting Gojo's body introduces profound ethical and existential questions, deepening the narrative's thematic exploration. The closing scenes, with Sukuna and Yuta, in Gojo's body, opening their domains, foreshadow an imminent and intense conflict. The narrator's mention of Gojo having shown the solution to Sukuna's domain hints at future confrontations, building anticipation for the next chapters. In summary, the chapters of Jujutsu Kaisen intricately weave together themes of character development, strategic complexity, and moral dilemmas, captivating readers with suspenseful twists and turns. As the narrative unfolds, the stakes continue to rise, promising an engaging and immersive journey ahead. I know I talked in formal way in the analysis part, but I thought that would be better. If you guys prefer the casual way, tell me in the comments below. So that's the video. I will upload the full review of Jujutsu Kaisen chapter 261 when he come out. So see you later. Have a great wonderful day.